Oh, two important topics is involving we can talk about is fitness and wellness when it comes to transition of military vets. Think about specifically enough the fitness aspect when you really had to put a lot of time into your fitness when you were with the military to compare to when you leave.
Thanks for having me on again, Neil. And yeah, my level of fitness has definitely decreased since I left the military. That's a fact. And I'm paying the price for it now, trying to drop weight and and get back in good shape. And it's a lot harder to do the older you get. So that's a big factor. But you need to take good care of yourself for several reasons. First and foremost, if you're not staying active and you may still have a bunch of habits that aren't, conducive to good health, those things are going to catch up with you. So you got to, stay, continue to work out and keep your body moving. The general health aspects of continuing to stay in motion is big. And of course, the, just the entire piece of being active in general, and I mean, because you can become very sedative, you can become isolated, you can just, sit there and become this bump on a log, and that doesn't work well for anybody. So you definitely gotta, get out there and try to stay active and doing stuff and moving and the old saying that a parked car gathers rust or something like that.
So tell me about what was the expectations when you were a veteran? I mean, you were a veteran now, when you were in the military still.
So you have to meet the height and weight requirements. You have to meet the physical standards. So whatever the physical test was at the time, and each branch of service has something a little different. So whatever your service specific is, you have to be able to meet those. And typically you were in the Army, we were tested twice a year for record. So, but they really could test you at any point if they wanted to.
How would they help in transition? I know that you had surgeries and stuff like that, but how can they help transition when it comes to continue to stay in shape once you become a veteran?
I think that the overall health aspects, first of all, is big. Two, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be able to help others. So if you're looking to help others, you got to take care of yourself first. Because you go too far the wrong way, you're not going to be able to physically or mentally help others. So that to me is a big aspect of it. But um, keeping the discipline that we're taught during the military into the veteran life is something that'll pay dividends for you. And that's something that, I'm trying to, like I said, trying to get back to. I got way too lazy and, now I'm paying the price.
But you have at least an excuse with surgeries you had.
Well, I mean, when you have surgery, you definitely slow down or even building up to a surgery. Like for me, I was fought a foot issue for well over a year.
Right.
But part of that, did I make some excuses? Yeah. It's easy when you're retired to go, you know what, I'm not going to fight the pain today. So, it, like I said, now I'm paying the price. My foot's healed. Now I got to get back out there and get everything moving and try to drop the weight and, get back into bikini weather.
You're going to be ready. So thinking about the wellness piece, that's another piece. Did you think there was good wellness programs when you were in the military?
The information's there. Some units are better than others. I think it's sharing it, but there's definitely information there. We have dietitians, we have, the medical professionals with information. You have a lot of people in the military and current veterans that, get into um coaching and training on the physical side, being like a physical trainer. So a lot of them they take that discipline and the stuff they learn in the military and they take it to that next level and become a professional trainer, to help people get in shape and lose weight and things like that. So there's always resources around. Um, and then, once you get out, do you stop watching everything you eat? Well, you pay the price.
And then that's a great point when you talk about the wellness piece. And I think that the thing is that you had that opportunity in the military, and sometimes we don't take advantage of that. And then once you get out, you don't take advantage of that. The dietitian points piece. Are there pieces out there after when they transition? I think that's one thing you looked at is the wellness, especially the brain. All these things that are available, they need to be available for veterans. That because it's expensive. When you want to spend money on your wellness, not, the regular doctor's appointments, but spending money on your health is expensive. We're not just talking taking care just to make sure you can fix the problems you have. How can you keep it so you don't have them? Why aren't there more availability for veterans with wellness? And look at those wellness programs, especially with the PTSD issues and with the concussions and with the specific depression or isolation. There's got to be more opportunities in wellness for
So
veterans.
So there actually are. The problem is I don't know that people know about them yet. We have an episode coming out here at the end of the month for the U.S. or the UF Health Jacksonville, the Leon Haley Brain Wellness Center. It's part of the Avalon something network, but there's like 5 or 6 locations around the country, and it's all, they're going to fly you in. You're going to go through an assessment for 3 days. If they deem that you have certain issues, then they're going to recommend the 2 week intensive program. So there are things out there, especially for TBI and brain wellness. And people just need to understand that they exist. And they need to, really go after these. I was lucky enough to participate in the 3 day program here locally. And, thank God didn't get recommended a 2 week. They said, believe it or not, my brain's fine. So, that which is all good. My wife may not believe that all the time, but all in all, it was a fantastic program. The entire experience was wonderful. And the staff there was just phenomenal. They truly cared. So that was great to go through that. And, like I said, there's 5, 6 of them around the country. It's all part of this network. So we definitely got to get more veterans knowing about it and getting out there.
Well, so best place to go, Shawn. Amazing our conversations and where we go on these things, but wellness is one to think about. Best place
Yep.
to go is vetsospodcast.com,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And check out Shawn and the new syndication coming, right? New shows
New shows.
coming.
We've already started recording. They'll be coming out soon.
All right, Shawn, appreciate it.
All right.
All
Thanks a
right.
lot, Neil.
You're listening and watching the Neil Haley Show.